Imagine embarking on a remarkable journey, a transcontinental voyage across the breadth of one extraordinary nation. Starting from the seemingly endless frozen tundra, a land of ice and perpetual winter, and eventually arriving at the sun-kissed shores of tropical islands where life flourishes in vibrant color. You begin in a world dominated by ice and snow, a landscape sculpted by the relentless grip of winter, under a sky that dances with the ethereal glow of the northern lights, a celestial ballet of light and color. As you travel south, the landscape undergoes a dramatic transformation, from the lush embrace of temperate rainforests teeming with life and ancient trees, to the stark beauty of sun-scorched deserts, where survival is a testament to resilience, and finally, to volcanic islands bursting with life and energy, a testament to the Earth's raw power. How can one single country possibly contain such a breathtaking array of diverse worlds within its borders? The answer, as it often does, lies in the fascinating science of geography and the intricate dance of climate. The United States in this context is essentially a living laboratory, a natural arena, where the fundamental elements of nature, sunlight, water, wind, and the very landforms themselves, combine and interact in an endless variety of ways, creating a symphony of environments. This remarkable diversity isn't simply a random occurrence, it's the direct result of powerful planetary forces constantly at work shaping our world. Within its borders you can experience the biting Arctic cold, the heavy humid air of the subtropics, the arid landscapes of dry interiors, and the gentle mild climates of the coasts. All this, and all without ever needing a passport. This incredible climatic mosaic profoundly shapes everything, from the patterns of agriculture to the nuances of culture, and even the very spirit of exploration that defines the American character. It presents challenges with fierce blizzards, devastating hurricanes, and prolonged droughts, but it also blesses the land with fertile plains, capable of sustaining a nation, and an abundance of natural resources, fueling prosperity and growth. So let's peel back the geological layers and delve into the underlying scientific principles that explain and define America's incredible and diverse range of climates. From the towering heights of the highest peaks to the mysterious depths of the deepest oceans, we'll explore how geography intricately sculpts both the weather patterns and the very fabric of life itself. The story of America's climate, in all its complexity and grandeur, is in essence the story of our entire planet, captured in miniature. The United States stretches nearly 3,000 miles, a vast expanse that captures a remarkable range of geographical features. From the Arctic Circle in Alaska, where icy landscapes dominate and the sun barely crests the horizon in winter, to the tropics of Florida and Hawaii, where warm waters and lush vegetation thrive under the intense sun. This vastness is the foundation of its climatic diversity, a tapestry woven from varying temperatures, precipitation patterns, and seasonal changes. Latitude is key. Your position north or south determines how much solar energy you receive, shaping the fundamental climate characteristics of a region. Near the poles, sunlight is weak and spread thin, its energy diffused across a larger surface area, creating the icy north. Move south, and the sun's rays strike more directly, concentrating their energy and intensity, bringing warmth to places like Florida and Hawaii. This journey through latitudes is a journey through climate zones, polar tundra, temperate forests, and tropical coasts. The U.S. spans nearly 50 degrees of latitude, comparable to the distance from the Sahara to Iceland. This range ensures a cold north and a warm south, creating a stark contrast in environments and lifestyles, setting the stage for all other climate factors. Even within the temperate zone, location matters. Coastal cities feel different from those deep inland. Latitude is the first brushstroke on America's climatic canvas, laying down the broad strokes of temperature and seasonality. It creates the template for everything else. Mountains, oceans, and plains add the details, influencing precipitation, wind patterns, and local temperature variations. The result, a nation with climates as varied as the world itself. America's size and latitude make it a true microcosm of Earth's environments, a living laboratory where the forces of nature play out in spectacular fashion. The U.S. is bordered by two mighty oceans, the Pacific to the west, the Atlantic to the east. These oceans are climate engines, but their influence is profoundly different. On the west coast, westerly winds blow moist, ocean-moderated air inland, creating mild, wet winters and cool, dry summers. The Pacific acts as a giant thermostat, giving the Northwest lush rainforests in California its Mediterranean climate. On the East Coast, winds arrive from the land, not the sea. Air crossing the continent brings cold, dry winters and hot, humid summers. The Atlantic's warmth, especially from the Gulf Stream, fuels storms and humid summers in the southeast. The result? San Francisco and Richmond at similar latitudes have dramatically different weather. The Pacific brings gentle moderation. The Atlantic faces the extremes of the continent. This oceanic divide explains why America's coasts feel like different worlds. The interplay of wind and water shapes the nation's climate from shore to shore. Oceans are the silent architects of America's weather. Deep in America's heartland, a region both beautiful and terrifying, lies Tornado Alley, a vast expanse where nature's raw power is on full display. It's a corridor where the sky seems to unleash its pent-up fury with unmatched intensity. This area is known for some of the most violent and frequent tornadic activity on the planet. Here, three distinct air masses dramatically collide, setting the stage for atmospheric chaos. First, we have warm, moist air surging northward from the Gulf of Mexico, laden with energy and humidity. Then comes cool, dry air descending from the majestic Rocky Mountains, adding another layer of atmospheric complexity. Finally, there's frigid polar air pushing southward from Canada, a force that can dramatically destabilize the atmosphere. The flat, unobstructed expanse of the Great Plains provides the perfect, almost theatrical stage for this epic atmospheric battle to unfold. The warm, moist Gulf air acts as the primary fuel source, feeding the developing storms with an abundance of energy. Meanwhile, the cool mountain air acts as a cap, initially preventing the warm air from rising too quickly, thus creating a volatile state of instability. When a cold front, a boundary of advancing cold air, sweeps in from the north, the situation escalates rapidly. It aggressively forces the warm, moist air upward with tremendous force, breaking through the cap and triggering the explosive development of powerful thunderstorms. The presence of wind shear, changes in wind speed and direction with height, and the influence of the jet stream further enhance the rotation within these storms. This atmospheric cocktail often spawns supercells, rotating thunderstorms of immense power, and ultimately, the formation of devastating tornadoes. The very geography of the plains, the absence of east-west mountain ranges to disrupt the flow and block the clash of these air masses, is a crucial factor in making this region the undisputed tornado capital of the world. Tornado Alley is not just a geographical location, but a dynamic atmospheric process. A dramatic and sometimes terrifying demonstration of how geography and atmospheric conditions conspire to create extreme weather phenomena. The result is a higher frequency of tornadoes than anywhere else on Earth, making it a region both studied and feared. America's Central Plains are truly a crucible, a place where atmospheric power is forged in spectacular and often destructive ways. The meeting of these contrasting air masses is a breathtaking spectacle, a vivid demonstration of nature's raw and untamed might. Geography and weather are inextricably linked in this region, each shaping and influencing the other in a constant dance of atmospheric energy. Tornado Alley stands as a testament to the power of our planet, a place where the continent's major climate forces relentlessly collide. Mountains are active players in America's climate story. The Rockies and Sierra Nevada force moist Pacific air to rise, cool, and drop rain or snow on their western slopes. This creates lush forests and heavy snowpacks vital for the region. As air descends the eastern slopes, it dries and warms, creating rain shadows, arid regions like Nevada and Utah. The Appalachians, though older and lower, also shape rainfall, making eastern slopes wetter and western areas drier. Mountains are the gatekeepers of precipitation, deciding which regions thrive and which thirst. They sculpt the land into distinct climatic worlds. Without these barriers, America's climate would be unrecognizable. The power of topography is written in every forest and desert. Mountains divide the nation into realms of rain and drought. America's restless geology shapes its climate in dramatic ways. Along the Pacific edge, volcanoes and earthquakes are ever present, building land and influencing weather. Hawaii's volcanic islands, born from a hotspot, create their own microclimates, rain-soaked windward sides and dry leeward beaches. Alaska's Aleutian volcanoes can even cool the planet with massive eruptions, sending ash and gases high into the atmosphere. Locally, volcanic peaks collect snow, feeding glaciers and affecting temperatures. In California, the San Andreas Fault has uplifted mountain ranges that trap cool marine air, giving the coast its mild climate and the inland deserts their heat. Earthquakes and volcanoes are nature's architects, raising mountains and forging islands. These features direct wind and rain, linking surface climate to the planet's fiery core. America's dramatic landscapes are born from deep within the Earth. The climate we feel is shaped by forces far below our feet. Geology and climate are forever intertwined. America's climate diversity creates a stunning array of biomes, each a world shaped by temperature and rainfall. In Alaska's Arctic tundra, only the hardiest plants and animals survive the frozen ground and short summers. The Pacific Northwest's rainforests, nurtured by oceanic moisture, host towering redwoods and sequoias. Eastern deciduous forests blaze with autumn color, while the southeast's wetlands teem with life in a humid subtropical climate. In the rain shadows of the west, deserts like the Mojave and Sonoran test life's ability to endure heat and drought. Cacti and nocturnal animals thrive where water is scarce. In southern Florida and Hawaii, coral reefs flourish in warm, clear seas, rivaling rainforests in biodiversity. From tundra to desert, forest to reef, America's biomes are a living map of its climates. Each region tells a story of adaptation and survival. The nation's landscapes are as varied as its weather. Our journey reveals a continent shaped by powerful, interconnected forces. The sun's energy, distributed unevenly by latitude, creates the basic north-south temperature gradient. Mountains redirect winds and moisture, carving out deserts and forests. The Great Plains serve as a mixing chamber for air masses, fueling epic storms. Oceans moderate or amplify the climate depending on which way the winds blow. Geology adds complexity, raising mountains and islands that craft unique local climates. Each element, latitude, landforms, oceans, and geology, plays a vital role. Change one, and the entire system shifts. America's climate is a perfect storm of geography and chance. The result, a nation with unparalleled environmental diversity. The United States is a window into the planet's complexity, a living lesson in geography and climate. Understanding these forces helps us see the world outside our window in a new light. The tilt of the Earth, the shape of the land, and the meeting of air masses all write the story of our weather. This knowledge is an invitation to explore, to ask questions, and to see the connections in nature. When you feel a breeze or watch a storm, you're witnessing the planet's grand design. Geography is more than maps. It's the story of how places become what they are. You don't need to travel far to be an explorer. Curiosity is your ticket. Look at your surroundings with wonder and ask why they are the way they are. The adventure of understanding our world is open to everyone. The more we know, the more we appreciate, and the more we're inspired to protect. Your journey to explore Earth's wonders has just begun.